All right, hey guys, good Thursday to you. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to take a look at the upper level weather pattern as we head into the weekend. There will be some severe weather today, Thursday. Also, again, on Friday, maybe even Saturday. So we're going to take a look at that. Plus, as we head into next week, it's interesting to watch this weather pattern as we move through August because some of you will actually see cooler temperatures than normal. So a little bit of relief, I think, as we head into the next week or so. Not across the west, though. In fact, it's going to start to get hotter here. This is the system that we're watching today, Thursday, that will bring severe weather here from Wisconsin down into Illinois, maybe even parts of Missouri, and possibly further east as we head into tonight and tomorrow. Off the coast, out here we have Ernesto. That's going to stay offshore because we have this trough here that's swinging through off the northeast coast here. That's really picking Ernesto up, pulling the system off to the north. This trough here, this upper low now, I guess, so to speak, will be spinning again through the Great Lakes off to the east. It's going to bring cloudier conditions, some cooler weather too as we head into the weekend. And also, really, I think it's going to keep our temperatures below average as we head into what would normally be some of the hottest days of the year. It's going to definitely be hot across Texas, up into the plains, across the Front Range. We've got a decent ridge that will continue to get amplified here and just lift north as we head into Sunday and Monday. And I think that means hot weather all the way up into the Dakotas, down to Texas, into the Four Corner states. Across the far west, the northwest, we're going to see the influence of an upper low off the coast. That's going to bring some showery conditions here, some cooler temperatures. But look at this big weather pattern change that we're seeing. A little bit of troughiness across the west with that upper low, but this monster ridge and a very amplified trough across the east. Cooler than here, average here. And it's just going to be hot here across the west with this setup. This looks like a wintertime setup. I mean, clearly it's not going to be cold or anything, but really amplified here with this setup. Now, as we head into next week, this trough here across the east starts to lift out some. This ridge also starting to flatten out across the west. So now we're looking at day 7 from now. So this, of course, could change. But the general idea, though, is to keep this ridge here across the central U.S. We lift the trough out across the east. That will bring our temperatures closer to normal, and the heat will be back, I think. But we keep this broad northwest flow. So that may actually keep some of the humidity down for some of you. Anyway, there is some hope maybe as we get through August to maybe not bake completely for everybody. Severe weather, though, that is a threat today. Again, we talked about that, I think, from central Wisconsin down into Illinois, Missouri, maybe even as far west as Kansas and Oklahoma with some of these stronger storms. We have one round of rain that's moving through now, and then as we head into the afternoon and evening, a second round of storms will fire up. The risk for some tornadoes on the table today, the highest risk here from southern Wisconsin all the way down through a good chunk of Missouri and pretty much the entire state of Illinois, back into parts of southeast Iowa. Now, the timing of this, a little tough to time it out exactly. We're going to take a look at that on the future radar in just a moment. But heading into tomorrow, severe weather shifts off to the south and east a little bit as our front drops off to the south. And then into Saturday, now we're pushing that severe threat here almost into the northeast, down into the south as the front drops south. Let's take a look at that future radar. Here come the showers through the morning and the afternoon hours. Some of these storms here on the southern side could get a little strong into parts of Illinois and Indiana. But I think most of the strong storms will hold off into the afternoon and evening hours. So say 6, 7, 8 o'clock. We really start to see this break out now from, I would say, even parts of Minnesota over into Wisconsin and then south into Iowa. There are those storms firing up. Again, don't take the specific location of any of these storms verbatim, but you do get the idea of when those storms will fire up, I think, with that second round. Across the west, we have these showers here across the northwest. It's interesting to watch this spin off to the north because we have that low off the coast, kind of bringing in the flow like this. You have your upper high here, so it's pushing everything this way. And then otherwise, we're dry here across the southwest. Here's a better look at the precipitation if you're timing it out through the week, wherever you are. I'll take you through the weekend. There's Ernesto moving north in the Atlantic, and then here's your showers up around the Great Lakes. That would continue through, Saturday into Sunday, I think. These will be hit or miss showers. I don't think it's going to be a washout everywhere, but certainly a little wet and a little cool too, with temperatures back below average across the west. Maybe a few scattered showers into some of the mountains, but otherwise we stay relatively dry here. And then we start to dry out here across the east as this trough tries to lift out as we head into next week. So that's all I've got for now, guys. If you've enjoyed this content, I hope you will subscribe. If it's your first time visiting, I should say. My name's Travis Roberts. I'm a former TV chief meteorologist. I've been out of the business now for over 5 years. It's hard to believe, but I still do these forecast updates here on YouTube. I love winter forecasting. So if that's your game, if you want to pay attention to snowstorms, track weather patterns, I'm already looking at Siberia even now as we start to see some colder conditions develop as we head into the month into September. So a lot of factors to look at. I think this winter may actually be warmer than average again. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. Sorry, all you winter lovers. Hey, I like a good snowstorm too. I get it. But I'll be tracking it. Thanks, guys. See you next time.